Oh, there we are.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Hi,
Jazz.
everybody.
Hey, it's lovely.
Oh,
It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
this is Shannon and Drema from I Evolve TV, and we usually do this only on Fridays. But with what did we think about? Me being on spring break,
Yeah.
and just some. There's a full moon. That's different than a new moon, right? This is how
Yes.
green I am.
Yeah.
So there's a full moon, and there's some astrological things that neither of us understand very well, but we're
Yes.
learning. And we thought, well, let's take this opportunity to dabble in little short shows. So we're going to try it out this week.
Yay.
So here we are.
Yay. Here we are. Yeah. Yeah. Just to do it. Just put some good vibes out there for everybody for this spring break time. You're off. You're laying around. You just want something to
Right.
do. Well, here we are to start the day with you. A little coffee and conversation.
Did you see the full moon? It was still out when I took Isabel to school
Oh,
at like
really? No,
7:15.
I didn't
Mm-hmm.
get to see it. I know it's supposed to stay in till it's full in its fullest phase until I just read it a minute ago, like 11 o'clock or noon today, and then it's gonna start.
Oh,
Then it's gonna start waning backwards. But it's in Libra. It's called the worm moon, the full worm,
really?
the full worm moon.
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, what it means. That's what it's called.
I should probably start our chat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But it's
Yeah.
in the full moon was in Libra, and let's see what Libra says today. You got Leo, Virgo, Libra. The moon spends the day in Libra. Libra is emotional and uh, needs seem more important than usual. It's also a special time for your love connection and partnerships. So this is all going to be emphasized with the full moon in Libra. It's going to be about partnerships, collaborations. So no wonder we're doing this. It's about partnerships and
There we
collaboration.
go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Openness seems the ideal way to bond. Peaceful interactions are the goal for right now. You're willing to learn from others, and there can be significant realizations about your relationships and your needs today. Your talents or unique traits may be in demand, and it can be a good time for moving toward a hobby or a creative activity. Today's Mercury Neptune conjunction reminds you of the benefits and rewards of your work, efforts, and routines, helping others find information they need to be satisfied. And you can get the chance to make full use of your unique, intelligent, insightful creativity. Isn't that beautiful? That's really
It
good.
is.
So that's what it's all about right now with the full moon in Libra. Cooperation, coming together. Let's meet on this plane and use our creative talents together to make a better world. Yay.
That is good. But
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't we always, right?
Yeah, we should always, but that's going to be the real emphasis or the flow, I would say, where you feel really flowing in that direction. Um, which yeah, this was I think it definitely has an effect on people. The full moon does, for sure, like we talked the other day. Um, they always talk about it in the hospitals and places
Schools.
where lots of people are, yeah, it really tips them off because there's just such a imbalance in the whole energy field. So
Yeah, it doesn't I think I've said this before, like I don't know that I particularly feel it so profoundly, but I probably react differently. Like if I were like when I was in a classroom, students, just be different. It would just be a little off a little bit. Maybe they were a little shorter in their attention span or ability to maintain appropriate behaviors. And so I think maybe my reaction might be different to them, but I don't necessarily feel it so much.
right, yeah, I understand.
But I think some of
I'm
that,
a feely person, so I feel everything. It's like
yeah.
feely, I get
But I
poked
think
by everything.
if you're really empathic to other humans, that might be more my focus because that's just what I did for so long.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so it was a good weekend, rolling through the weekend. You know, um It's funny to me. I think a lot about how we want to set intentions to make different changes in our life. Whether we want to
Right.
exercise more, we want to lose weight, we want to gain weight, we want to change our hair, we want to, all these
Hmm.
things that are just sort of floating through the you know the vibrations, every day, and we're heavily influenced by what we see on media and what is put out there. This is the ideal, this is how people should be, or this is how a
Right.
woman should look. um you know so we're heavily influenced by that, and I think um that really leads us into that can lead us into a lot of crap that we don't want.
Yeah.
True.
So what it I think you like to say, where your mind goes, energy flows. Is that what you,
Yes.
where your thoughts
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
energy flows?
Yep,
Yep.
exactly. We putting that energy toward that. I don't know. That was really something that was on my mind this weekend quite a bit. I think of how we are so conditioned. We really are. And TV and media is, they call it programming for a reason. It programs you, and we are programmed to respond a certain way, programmed to think, well, this is the norm, or
Hmm.
this is how women should look or be or act, or and
Hmm.
it's so, you know I think if you lived in a disconnected world where you didn't have all that, how your ideals would be different.
Hmm.
It's no wonder you can go to other countries and their ideals are not the same as ours. And they sometimes look at our Western ways and they think, whoa, you women are over there are really out of the box, and whether they be more conservative or what, I went to
Hmm.
India. I went to India 10 years ago. And man, coming back from India, I was like, this is a different world, absolutely different world. They
Yeah.
it's just so different there. The ideals, the standards are different. The way they dress is different.
The way
Well,
they
the
eat. What did you
way they,
eat?
oh my God, I lived on peanut butter sandwiches. I couldn't eat their food. It's just, I can't handle spicy food like that. All
It was
that,
hot.
what's that stuff they put in everything? Um,
Curry.
Curry. Oh my God. I couldn't do it. I was like, no, no more
I
curry.
don't think it always has to be hot though.
No.
I guess it depends on how much. Because I mean, I love
Bless
Indian
their
food.
hearts. Those people are so loving and giving. I mean, I would like the women, are so, they're very kind and generous. And they're like making breakfast and they're like, you like some eggs? I said, oh yeah, eggs, nothing on them, nothing on it. It brings me this plate and it's loaded with curry on top. I'm like, uh, uh,
That's
I,
nothing.
yeah. Then I was like,
Nothing to them.
okay, I will try this, and it was okay.
Was it
Made
hot?
it through that. Or then I asked for boiled eggs one time, and they brought me the boiled eggs, and they were like black.
Oh, they boiled from a really long time.
Yeah, they were like black brown.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God, what this is a different world. I'm telling you, just go to another country, especially a third world country. It's a different world.
Is India a third world?
I think it is a third world country. I mean, it was a.
Hmm.
I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it is a. It's a different world out there, and
I'll
we are
look it
so
up. I'll
blessed.
ask the Google.
Yeah. We're so blessed in this country. I came back here and I thought, God, I'm just totally spoiled and I have everything I need. I live in a good place, It's just,
It is.
it is a third world country. I thought so. Um, because,
Yeah.
there are areas of India that's
It's
very,
big.
it's big and there's a lot of poverty. I mean, and it's
Yeah.
like you can be walking down and there's lepers and people laying on the streets,
Oh
and
my.
yeah, and it's a different world. I'm telling you, I was not, I mean, not ready to see some of the stuff I saw,
Yeah.
honestly. So, but I lived on peanut butter. That was the only way I survived. I couldn't eat that food. I was like, we went to the went to a restaurant every day, the same restaurant, um, and for because that was like what we did, and they'd have rice and all the stuff, and I was like, oh my, I'm going back to hell. I can't take this. This is horrible. I don't want to go back.
Your accents crack me up.
I was like, it was horrible.
So
But
I looked up the worm
the worm
moon.
moon, yes.
I almost said wormwood.
The worm, oh yeah, what's that? What's the worm moon?
Um, that's
Hmm.
just what it says. There's more to why it's called that. I gotta
Yeah,
scroll up.
it's called the worm moon.
Yeah, I don't want to play
Full
that.
worm moon. Yeah, don't want to play that. No.
I just saw it too. It's common name worm. This is what I wanted to show here. Refers to the earthworms that appear from warming soil.
Oh, that's where they got the worm moon. Okay. Very
Mm-hmm.
cool. Very cool. Yeah,
That's neat.
that is neat. Yeah, I mean, everything has definitely connected to, you know, to the root of where it all started,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the type and shadow of all things. We're all connected. Everything is connected to the
Right.
to the root. Excuse me.
Right.
It takes us back to our grounding space. You know, yeah. So that's good. I like that.
So we have about 20 minutes,
Yep.
and this is a great time for people to ask a quick question if
Hmm.
they would like a little bit of a, not a, like a full on reading, but just a little something, a little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Hmm.
Um, this is a great time to do it. So we've
Yeah.
got, 4 more opportunities this week, of course. So if somebody wants to think about it, but
Hmm.
in the meantime, if
Yeah.
somebody has something pressing, this is a great time to
Yeah.
ask.
Throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
See what the spirit gives us this morning, for sure.
So the
For
last
sure.
couple times that we have been on, we've talked about everybody has the ability to nurture their extrasensory,
Yeah,
their
they're
psychic
psychic gifting.
abilities.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it just seems like we could talk about that for forever.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a spectrum that's where very open and wide, and because everybody does have those giftings, and I mean I have a lot of clients that will contact me because of that very thing. I'm
Hmm.
seeing, I'm having some experiences, I'm hearing things, I'm seeing things, I'm smelling things in my house that are not there. I know my, whether it be father, mother, somebody is visiting me, and they don't tell me anything. Usually what happens is when I invite, those people show up and they'll say, "Yeah, I'm visiting them," and then I tell them when they get there, "Hey, you're getting visited by something, or by a family member," and then they're like, "Oh, that's all I came for. I just needed validation. Now I feel like I can rest. I can go
Hmm.
into some, I have some peace and rest with it."
Hmm.
That is just so true. Exactly what you said. There's that dynamic there for people. They just want to know they're not crazy.
Yeah, not crazy.
Not crazy. I had a young girl one time. She was really young. I was doing a fair, and so I had my table set up, just doing quick readings at a fair. And she sat down, and that was the first thing I said to her. "You're not crazy." That's what Spirit told me. "You're not crazy," and she just busted out crying. She just
Oh.
crying. And I said, "They've told you but she's been hearing stuff since she was like 10, and
Hmm.
they were really concerned. She'd been to all kinds of doctors and on the verge of, taking the next step of, the parents. Well, something's wrong with our child, and I said,
Hmm.
"You're not crazy. You have been hearing spirit for years." And she just
Hmm.
bawled like a baby and went home feeling so fulfilled. And I got a message later from her grandmother saying, "Thank you.
Oh,
You
that's
don't,
awesome.
you don't know how that really brought her so much comfort. She could rest. So
Right.
it's so powerful. It really is."
And I wonder how many times or how often that happens when kids are growing up or into young adulthood, that they uh, well, they usually shut it down because
Yes.
it's not accepted.
Yep.
There's no, grandma's not in the corner, honey. Grandma died.
Right.
Um, and so then over time, um, I wonder how often or how, like people are if they didn't start out crazy, they may have ended up crazy because they're
Yeah.
trying to shut things down, or it's coming in more strong, or
Hmm.
they're not given the tools to manage their giftings.
Yes, yes, I've had that. I had a couple come with their child that she was like two, maybe she was 2 or 3. She was very young, and she had been seeing spirits, and she was very, since she was born, and having experiences. And so
Hmm.
they wanted me to talk to her and just, see how she, I don't know, sort of just comfort her. I think she might have been 4. She was really little though.
Hmm.
But she's like sitting there. I see all kinds. I see horses and angels and
Aw.
ponies and angels. Do you see angels? I said, yeah. I see angels all the time. And we had a nice conversation. It was so great though that the parents were so this, surrounding this child with what she needed to be accepted and loved. And my parents
Yeah.
did that for me, which I'm so grateful. They never said, you're a lunatic, or oh, go to your room, you're just
Right.
making things up. And I had experiences till I was really vivid, remembering till I was around 12. And I didn't deny them because I was an only child. I was like, oh, I'm the only person here, it's just me and these spirits. uh,
Right.
but then when I got to teenage, I hit 12, 13, then it wasn't cool no more.
Oh.
You want to be with your friends that are, you want to hang out. And if you try and tell them about it, they're like, uh, leave her home. Don't bring her.
Yeah.
She's too
And
weird for everybody.
I trying to remember from way back when what I don't believe at 4 you've begun to do the fantasy play where you're making up things that, I'll be the mom and you be the dad, and
Right.
that kind of fantasy play, but it's based in reality at the same time. It's something that they see in their world.
Yep.
But I believe at 4 they're not doing that yet unless there's an older child that's prompting it, that's
Yeah.
still emerging. So that young, no, they're
Yeah.
still like playing side by side. They're still, even sharing's not always. I think sharing ends up being a problem
Yeah.
for a long
Yeah.
time, or difficult for a long time, you know.
Yeah. It was for me. I still don't like to share. That's what everybody tells me. You were an only child, right? You're such a brat. You don't like to share nothing. I don't know. Oh, well, sorry. It just happens to me when I go to a yard sale. I want it. It's mine. Give it to me.
There's your root chakra wound. Jeez. I think for me it's more like, because I had 2 younger siblings, like I don't mind sharing if I'm willing to give it, if they take it. So there's birth.
Right. Right. I think I'm much better than I used to be. I mean, even as young. Well, I don't ask my daughters though. Mom, give nothing, share nothing. But that's when your daughters, and they want all your clothes, and they want all your stuff, and they want all your makeup, and when they get
Right.
older, like
You have
taking
to covet
everything.
it.
Yeah, they take everything out of your room, all your jewelry. Where'd my earrings go? Oh, you're wearing them. It just was like, you don't have nothing. Uh, but the old saying, it goes around, comes around. I did that to my mom too. And
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
But she only had one to blame.
but she knew who took her stuff.
Right.
And when I was a teenager, my mom and I wore the same size pants.
Oh,
So
really?
I would be like, she'd be like, where'd my pants go? And it was like back in the, I ain't gonna say when, they had really cool bell bottoms. I'll say that. And I was like, and they were really cool. I was like, those are the coolest pants. And I would run off with her britches all the time. all the time. All the time. And she, where'd my pants go? Well, I wore them again to school.
You had to go to the disco.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to a disco. Never been to one. I was too young for that, but it was still when I was a teenager. Still, it was that was the thing. Lots of bell bottoms, you know. But I'm dating myself, I guess. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Think what you want. I look
Well,
good. I look
I
good
mean,
for
if
my
you're,
age. I'm like a mummy, hundreds
and
of years old.
I think then things were a little, because we didn't have such access to um, internet, and
I
being outside
know.
of your community, even though
Imagine.
you're kind of still kind of isolated in your community, because like when I was in high school, the big thing was mullets.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they were like gone out of style for a while. They
Yeah,
were still doing it, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
When I was in high school, it was all the guys had really long hair. Just it was cool to have really long hair. You know,
Hmm.
it's like that's cool. I liked guys with long hair. Thought they were,
Hmm.
I thought they were cute myself, but some girls didn't like them. They thought they were
My dad
hippie.
had long hair in high school, and
They
then
were
it
like,
just slid right down his back, right up
oh,
the top of his head.
he lost all the top and it went down.
Yeah, I mean, he
Lit
still has
up.
long hair.
Yeah, that's
Um,
like saying they come out with big muscles and then they all just drop. I went from I had a six pack, now I got me a barrel.
it was so funny. A couple of weeks ago, I was up north and we were playing Cards Against Humanity with my dad.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That would be hilarious.
And what the card was that was really hilarious was what did my dad do during his midlife crisis? And I'm like, he got a perm. Oh, that's not my cards. And he's like, I did.
He
I
did.
did. I got a
That's what
perm.
guys do, though. They get a perm. Yeah. I'm going through something. What can I do? What can I do besides get a sports car? I gotta get a perm. I
And of
gotta get a
course,
perm.
that goes into the story about like, so he basically had like the sides and the back perm because he still was,
He
bald
didn't have
on.
a top. Yeah.
And so that was when that spray hair came out.
Oh no.
And oh my gosh, I gave it to him for Christmas, I think. And it's like spray hair. And like it was dripping down
Oh
his
no.
head. Oh, it was like paint. It was
Oh
crazy.
no. That spray hair. That was a big, I don't know, sort of a fail, but Mm.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to like attach to the hair, like the hair shaft
Right.
itself, and
Yeah,
like
and make it
thicken it
thicker.
up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was the
But when you have
idea.
nothing to thicken, it
Yeah, you
ends up
just
being.
sprayed it on your head.
We like wiped it with a towel for give my hairline. It was dripping down.
Oh man.
Oh
Oh
yeah, that's
geez.
pretty
I know.
funny.
You ever
It
seen
got.
those hats that have hair attached to them? You put them on and
Mhm.
you have hair. Those are cool.
Yeah.
You need hair, instant hair, you just stick it on. But anyway, so I
Well,
just thought
we have people watching, but I don't know if anybody's inclined to ask a
question.
question.
But well, before we have to go and everything, I just really want to encourage everybody that we just sort of do like a minute of just grounding this morning before you start your day, just sort of pulling yourself into center. Just sort of,
Imagine that your roots are growing into the earth. You have roots
yeah,
coming onto your feet, or an
yeah,
energetic
and some good deep breaths.
something.
Good deep breaths this morning before you take off and go do your fun stuff. If you're on spring break or you're going to work, whatever you're doing, just grounding yourself, preparing yourself in that good Libra moon that's moving. I think it's 1 o'clock maybe today. It's going to be moving out of that Libra moon. And then I don't know what it's moving into. Oh,
Libra is really big on balance.
yes, that's good.
So where are
That's
you
good.
out of?
Maybe,
Good time to meditate on where can more things be balanced in your life? Are you working too much? Are you playing too much?
yes,
You
bring
know,
some balance to
that's
everything.
just an example.
That's so powerful to come into balance for yourself. And
Hmm.
I think that is, and it's amazing that how powerful that energy is because
Yeah.
you can go back and say, wow, this,
And it doesn't necessarily matter, like if that's what just everybody's doing collectively. And I mean, because again, I say this all the time, we're the creator beings. So if
yeah,
that's where your thoughts go, energy flows, right? So,
right. Whatever you put your thoughts on, that's where it's the energy
mhm.
go. Yeah, very powerful. But well, today also gives people a chance, tune in tomorrow, and we'll just keep
Mhm.
going with this roll. If you think of something you want to
Right.
ask or bring invitation to spirit to give you an answer to, or
You're
what?
going to have people lined up at your bedroom door with messages for people now.
No, no, not my bedroom. Yeah, outside the bedroom door. I was
Right. At
way
the
out.
bedroom door, waiting for
Yeah.
you to.
Yeah, waiting for me to come out the next day. I know exactly. Yeah, I
That's
got
all
a
right.
message for so and so over here, but
I
yeah,
also invited a couple of our more woo woo friends or my woo woo friends if they wanted to pop on and do a little cameo appearance, this would be
Oh,
a
that'd
good
be
week to do
great.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So yeah, so hopefully they'll, if they
They'll
have time,
show up
we're
this
doing it at
week
8.
sometime. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've got to the day for each of the signs here. So I can read it for yours for Scorpio,
Oh,
what the day is. And there's one here. Where is it? There's Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Here we go. Today encourages an appreciation for human imperfection. Dear Scorpio, permitting us to be a little vulnerable with health. The mind body connection is a big focus. The mind body and health connection is a big focus. And you can suddenly be aware of a need to improve your self care or health. You may discover new ways of approaching your work, or you could find that you are rather efficiently solving problems that have previously baffled you. Ooh, it's a good time for you. That's good. Bonding with someone is likely to take place on a mental level today. So remember that. While it's not time for getting answers, there is so much activity, interest, and intrigue going on that you can't help but enjoy yourself. Some uncertainty may even add to the appeal, just for now. Healthy escapes can refresh your thoughts, and interesting ideas can emerge. So that's a good forecast for you for today.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is Cancer?
Let's see what mine's.
Yours.
Yeah. I'm a, I'm a Cancer floating in the water. Where are you? Okay, here we are.
Is it the
You
Cancer,
are,
the crab?
yep, the crab. You are in an excellent position to understand how you can improve your career or reputation today. Wow, that's amazing because that's what I got up thinking about today.
Oh, well,
Uh,
I think I mean, I think these podcasts, have brought a couple of people to you, and
oh, definitely.
you've been having some pretty full schedules lately. I don't know if the podcast has anything to do with that. A couple, maybe.
Yeah, a couple maybe, but yeah, it's been I know I was looked at my schedule this morning. I'm totally booked for this month. I have 2 days at the end of the month left, and so I'm booking into May now, which is amazing. And May I'm going to be gone a week. I'm going to go see my grandchild. Yes, I'm a
Oh,
grandma.
good.
Yes, I'm a grandma. And I'm going to go see my grandbaby. It's a good time to discover and embrace your unique approach to taking the lead or managing others. And as you learn to do so, you will find that people will see your value. Yeah. Today is Mercury Neptune alignment for you. It's good for dreaming and visualizing what you want, even if the practical side of things may not need some attention. Today is about catching some inspiration and inspiring others with your perspective and words. You're inclined to express your ideas with flair. Flair, that's me. I'm all about the
Look at
flair.
look at you. This is a great week to do this.
Yeah, I know. There's a tendency to see what you want to there's a tendency to see only what you want to later today, making it best
Oh,
to wait for the details to fill in before making a big decision. So it's basically I better scope out before I make big decisions and just, that's absolutely right on. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail what's been happening, but that's because there's great expansion happening for me now. And man, that's absolutely nailed it. Bam. So that's
good.
good.
Cool.
Perfect. Very
All
good.
right. Well, we're at our
What
just
our
about
time
to our
limit?
30 minutes.
Yes, our
And
30-minute limit.
I think it would be hard if we were trying to cut off somebody, just end at 30 minutes if you were
Yes.
reading somebody, but
Yeah.
we
But
have to like kind of let them know that we're going to do this all week before.
yeah, to join in. I got a card. I'm going to pull a card too for this morning. They're just an
Okay.
encouraging card before we leave. And I think I might do these every day. They're so lovely and yummy. They're so yummy and delightful. And so the card for today is if good comes into my life and I deny it by saying I don't believe it, I literally push my good away. Ooh. So I dwell on positive thoughts. That's what it says. I dwell on positive thoughts. So remember today, don't push the good away. Hey, that rhymes. I'm a poet and don't know it. Remember today, don't push the good away. Literally, if you deny good when it comes to you, you're pushing that good away. So very nice.
Cool.
Very
Cool.
good. Yeah, just encouraging. Beautiful.
So we'll see everybody tomorrow at
tomorrow,
8 a.m.
8 o'clock.
And sounds good.
Come
Have
with
a good day.
invite your grandpa. We'll see. Whatever spirit brings us, it'll be good. It'll be a good morning. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Have a lovely day. Love
You
you.
too.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Blessings. Bye.
Bye.